everybody. So at long last, I am starting my pelvic floor series here on YouTube. The main reason I resurrected my YouTube channel was actually to bring this information to you, to anybody who wants to watch, to anybody who feels that they need a little bit of rehabilitation in their pelvic floor, but is having difficulty accessing practitioners who may be able to help them. So this series is going to start with what I use in my clinic as the foundation for all pelvic floor rehabilitation, regardless of what your condition is. Everyone who has come through my door really needs this exercise. What I find is that most of us are completely disconnected from our pelvic floor musculature, and this is a real problem when we're trying to rehab these muscles. It's not like a leg or an arm that's pretty easy to isolate. It's really hard to connect to a muscle group that we have been trained to ignore our entire lives. So this exercise is a mindfulness exercise, it's a breathing exercise, and what it's going to do is over time it is going to help you connect to those muscles so that you can feel where they are in your body. And this is going to help us in the future with exercises to strengthen, to lengthen, to relax these muscles. This is going to help us regardless of what your pelvic floor dysfunction is. It does not require any special equipment. You can sit on the floor, on a bed like I am. You can sit on a yoga mat or a yoga block if that helps you with your posture, or even in a chair on your couch, wherever works for you. What I recommend is the first time you do this breathing exercise, just do it with me, watch the video, and pause it whenever you need to. After you have done this a few times and you start to feel really comfortable with each successive part of the exercise, you can run it from start to finish and just listen to my voice as I give you cues. The actual exercise part of this is about 5 minutes. So once we skip this intro, and I'll put a marker in so that you can have a link to start the video at the start of the breathing exercise. It's 5 minutes. You can listen to it with your eyes closed. You can watch the video. I'll put up some pretty pictures throughout so that you're not just looking at my face the whole time. And get connected to your pelvic floor musculature. So to start, you don't really need anything special. Get yourself into that place wherever it is that feels like a comfortable place for you to sit for about 5 minutes. Sit cross-legged, sit straight, whatever feels right. I like to sit in a nice cross-legged position with my hands on my knees, nice straight back, and we're going to start with a belly breath. So if you are not familiar with a belly breath, I want you to just put your hands on your tummy, and I want you to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. When you breathe in through your nose, you're going to feel your belly expand and your hands move out this way a little bit, okay? So hands on the belly, a nice deep breath in, and blow out through your mouth. So if you didn't feel your hands moving out, just breathe out a little bit slower. Let's do it for a count of 4 to breathe in and count of 4 to breathe out. So let's begin. In, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Was that better? I hope so. So we'll take those breaths nice and slow. We're going to do 10 of those breaths together where we breathe in and our belly expands, and we breathe out and our belly comes back to normal. I just want you to focus on that in and out breath and the motion of your belly so that you can really feel like this is second nature. Go ahead and close your eyes. Concentrate on your hands, on your belly, and the motion, the in and out motion of your belly. Let's begin. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, not your first time through the video, just keep that breath going while I explain the second part of this breathing exercise. For the next part, we are going to continue with the belly breath, but next we are going to connect into the pelvic floor. So I want you to envision your sitting bones. If you put your hands under your butt, you should be able to feel these two prominent bones. Depending on how much padding you have, it may be a little bit more or less difficult for you to feel them. I don't have much padding in my butt, so I can really feel them. But just get a kind of sense of where they are by kind of moving your hands a little bit around there. And then once you do that, you can take your hands back out. If you're sitting on a firm surface like a chair or a yoga block, you'll probably feel them underneath you anyhow. But what I want you to envision now is those two bones, when you take a breath in, that they are kind of moving away. So as your belly expands, those bones are floating apart, and as your belly comes back, they are floating back to their natural position. Now, of course, those bones aren't actually going to move. It is just a visualization. But what this is going to do is put you in touch with the sling of muscles in your pelvic floor that are in this plane. And this is going to be really important down the line. So let's start that together. I'm going to make a motion with my hands. We are going to do that 10 times together. That nice 4-count breath in, breath out, belly expanding and contracting with each breath, and the imagery of your bones separating and coming back together with each breath. Let's begin. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Awesome. So if this is not your first time with this video, just keep that breath going. If this is your first time, let's talk about the next section. So now we've coordinated the first 2 sections of this breathing exercise. The third section is going to be another additive part of this. So you are not just doing one at a time, we're just adding on. So now you can feel your belly move, you feel the sling of muscles that move in this plane here. So now we want to connect to the muscles that move in this plane. So to do that, you're going to visualize your tailbone. And what you can do is take your hand and just walk it down kind of into your butt crack until you feel that very, very bottom of the spine. The coccyx or the tailbone is going to be our visual cue for this part of the exercise. And what you're going to do is you're going to imagine that when you breathe in, that your tailbone, which curls under a little bit like this, kind of curls back out like this. And then when you breathe out, it kind of comes back into its natural position. This is going to help you really connect to these muscles. So we're going to do the same thing. While you are doing this exercise, you are still going to be doing the belly breath. You're going to have that sits bone motion in your head, and now you're going to have a tailbone motion in your head. And like the sits bones, the tailbone's not actually moving, it's just a visualization. But let's sit there together, and we'll do that again. Those nice 4-count breaths 10 times. Here we go. So let's breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4, and in, 2, 3, 4, and this is not your first time through the video, just continue your breathing while I review the final part. So this last section helps you connect to the sphincteric muscles in your pelvic floor. So those muscles are the urethral sphincter, the vaginal sphincter, the vaginal opening, and your anal sphincter. And these are the muscles that are so important for continence, both of urine and feces, to be able to relax for painless penetration during sexual intercourse. So these muscles are usually overlooked and very important. So this is a little bit trickier in terms of how do I connect to these muscles. So my recommendation is to imagine your labia. Your labia are the folds that surround the vagina and the clitoris. And so I usually tell people, think of your labia as pinball flippers. You want to imagine that when you take that breath in and your belly expands, that they're floating out like this. And when you breathe out, they're coming back to their natural state. And like with the other exercises, obviously nothing's actually moving. It's just a visualization, but you'll start to really feel, oh, that's where those muscles are after doing this for a little while. So take a breath, relax, let's visualize all of these things together. As you get more and more comfortable with these, you are going to feel all of these things working together and really feel that connection to all of these muscles in your pelvic floor. So let's do 10 breaths with that imagery of the labia as pinball flippers. So here we go. Nice breath in, nice breath out, and we'll go. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Awesome work. I'm so glad that you made it through this video with me. The first few times you go through this, it may feel strange and like you're not really connecting all that much, but have faith. The more you do it, the more you are going to feel where those muscles are, and it's going to help you connect better for future exercises that we will do together. This can be also a really awesome exercise just if you're stressed out, to sit there and breathe and connect down into your core in this way can really help relax your whole body and your mind as well. So do keep this in mind as just a basic mindfulness exercise. If you need 5 minutes to get yourself de-stressed, you can always come here. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you liked this video, I hope you will subscribe and send it to your friends who you think might benefit from some work in their pelvic floor. I would love for you to leave me questions down below in the comments about what your pelvic floor issues are and which issues you would like to see addressed in these videos. I'm going to address the things that I most commonly come across in my practice, but there are so many facets to pelvic floor rehabilitation, and I think that we can all benefit from each other's suggestions and understanding other people's problems. So please let me know. I really want to help you and help our community. And thanks again for joining me. I'll see you next time.